trigger. There you go. Moving on from that game, Chelsea just won, and I think there's a lot of game tomorrow as well as a lot of La Liga games. That some of the games that happened in La Liga, I just didn't see it, but let me check if I've missed anything. Just quickly checking.
I think there was one match with Getafe.
Getafe and Levante 0-0.
Yeah, 0-0.
Sociedad won against Mallorca with 10 men. Someone got red card. I didn't see the game. Munoz at 45 minutes, but they've scored on 90 minutes. Lobete against Mallorca. That can be helpful. The table. When we talking about La Liga before we just went into the international break, we talked about Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona. Have you had a chance to see it?
Yeah, I did actually like first half, and then I thought like, okay, this is enough for me.
You can't take anymore.
No, not really. Like I thought it would be at least 4-0 or something like this.
Well,
But
that's Atletico, that they were
yeah,
comfortable. But yeah, any thought on Atletico being the best team in the Spain at this point?
yeah, no, nothing new actually. They took the chances to sign two world class forward in last two seasons, and
And
yeah, they are doing what to do.
the pressing didn't make sense to me from Barcelona. I didn't make Frankie De Jong. Where he was playing actually?
He was playing on the right center midfielder
He was almost
as a right.
going as an attacking midfielder, and that's not his
Yeah,
position.
exactly. Like he was, yeah, he was more in the attacking midfielder, or yeah, like attacking. He was between in the right center attacking midfielder and right attacking midfielder or something like this, like in between this zone actually. But the thing is that like if you push the center midfielder this far, you need someone to cover this whole
Yeah,
thing.
and
Yeah, and you have
yeah,
like 34 years old Sergio Busquets.
even 24-year-old Sergio Busquets is not known for covering spaces, and you have 10 years older. So
And also like I did not understand what Mingueza was doing on the right. Like he was almost as a winger. Yeah, like yeah, he was almost as a winger at
yeah,
the time, and he
that
wasn't
tactics.
actually like following back or anything. Like it felt like they are trying to change the shape, but it got
It
stuck,
almost
you
felt
know.
like De Jong and Mingueza were trying to closing down that side of Atleti. I think was it Carrasco playing? I can't remember who was playing, but they tried to squeeze them out.
Yeah,
The,
Carrasco was playing there.
but they're
Oh,
actually
Thomas Lemar or like
Lamar, yeah. So
yeah.
that's even ludicrous, even thinking about it. But
But for me, it felt like they are actually covering the same space. Like they they did not actually like how can I say like rotate or anything. They were covering the same spaces like a block going up and down, and sometimes like Mingus was staying there.
and
Frankie
also
D. And
with that kind of high pressing, you have Piqué in the back line. I mean, yeah, there is Araujo, but Piqué at this age, I don't know if he, you might argue that Luis Suarez is 34 too, but
yeah, he
Luis
should
Suarez
actually
is intelligent. He knows
yeah,
how
he should actually charge Luis Suarez, not go to the
back post.
how can I say? Yeah, go in between the post and try to save the goal. He's not a goalkeeper. I don't know. Probably he was thinking, I wish.
Well, there's a bit of argument and bit of dissatisfaction regarding the tactics on the field. You saw Piqué and Busquets were, shouting at each other, and then they were saying something. there was a gem in Gavi. His movement, his ball control. That's probably the best thing that could happen from Barcelona's point of view.
Yeah, yeah, and considering Pedri is in the he was probably injured at the time.
I can't say for sure. There was Mr. Felipe Coutinho, one of the disaster signing in the history of Barcelona. He couldn't do anything. Uh, there was Memphis Depay tried to do some sort of things, but yeah, I didn't see much, to be honest.
Actually, the thing is that like they both are trying to do something individual, but they don't have this understanding like in between them. So like it felt like they were trying in like they were in different zones, you know. But there were some movement when Gabi
Tried to make some run on the boxes and
yeah, tried to make some run on the boxes and tried to make a link between them. Then that yeah, that is the point where like it felt like something was going to happen or something like this, but it not it wasn't enough actually. There weren't any key passes in the match. So like
so yeah, just to say that I thought then I think Koeman did his best to make sure that every Barcelona fans and the president being pissed off, but then somehow he survived with this result as well. There's I don't know.
he was on the phone most of the match.
Yeah. He must be thinking what else I could do to get sacked. But somehow they can't afford him probably to sack. That's a situation, and I don't know if that's true. And there were some remarks from the club president Juan Laporta. I'll come to that, but regarding Koeman saying we trust him. Is our coach. Is going to be our coach in coming games. So I'm assuming nobody basically agreed to coach Barcelona at this point. So there is nobody.
Let's check about like this thing. Like Barcelona's next match is against
Valencia.
Villarreal. Oh, Valencia. Yeah, sorry. And after that, El Clasico.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, as if Valencia is a tough opponent always for Barcelona historically, and Valencia did.
Also, I think they are doing pretty well with one Lupetki or something.
No. Valencia is just a second.
Yeah, Bordalas.
Yeah, the ex-Getafe.
Yeah, Getafe.
Ex-Getafe coach, very, very smart, and very defensive-minded normally. But Valencia is doing well, and I think even before Valencia, I mean, Koeman was Valencia's coach for 4 months, and he pissed the entire Valencia fan base. So it's Barcelona's turn. Now moving on to Joan Laporta's other comment that he kind of hoped that Leo Messi would have. I don't know why he keeps talking about Messi, but he hoped that Messi would have said that he would play for free. I mean, what is he talking about?
I haven't seen that actually.
Yeah, he said it was a dream or it was a hope. I don't know what to make of it. Is he serious? Is he
not even
joking?
He's not even Barcelona player anymore. Why are they talking about
Yeah.
him. I don't know.
I think someone, I don't know if it was, I heard somewhere that if like Lionel Messi have agreed to less than 50% of his salary, right? And that was the
Yeah.
most he can do according to the Spanish Liga bylaws and legislation. So by knowing that, what the heck Laporta is saying, I just don't understand. Is it he hoped, but again we said, when the Messi saga went on, and Messi said, he agreed 50% less, and then nothing was said from the club, and then the radio, I think it was on the radio, and Laporta.
Yeah, because it could be enough for them, because like the La Liga was going to offer them
Yeah,
237 million
and they
euros.
refused.
They
But
refused actually. Like, what the hell? Like,
yeah, I don't know why he's keep talking about Messi again and again and again and again. At that point, he didn't even offered anything or said anything at that point. And now he's coming off and saying, I hoped it was a dream. Messi would have come and say, I play for free. Now, Messi, arguably the best footballer, definitely the best footballer Barcelona has ever had. Messi is probably the best footballer in the history of football. Now, if you're hoping the best footballer in the history of football to play for free, think about others, the normal footballers. You know,
I don't
they're,
know what
they're,
to say.
they're professional. They're professional. They have contracts. It's not a joke. It's not a Sunday league.
Yeah, exactly. Like when Piqué took the pay cut to sign Dipe,
And
and
I couldn't.
then yeah, then Busquets took pay cut, and also probably Sergi Roberto took pay cut. Like, I don't know. Like, it's still like, yeah, it's a noble thing to do for your team, but still it's not acceptable. Like, it's professional football.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you are putting some sort of like a goodwill pressure on the club to be like, well, it's yeah, to be in the first 11 or something like this. Like,
And think of
I don't know,
Messi,
like,
Messi playing for free. That if that's the example, and now say for example Jurgen Klopp can go to Mo Salah and say, hey, Messi is playing for free. You should play for free. Or Pep Guardiola going to Bernardo Silva, hey, you're not Messi. He's playing for free anyway. So you should pay the club to play actually. So it's becomes joke all over.
well, it's like one of those thing, like, there were some people from like Middle East, in Germany. I met them actually. They are paying in the universities to get PhD, and PhD is not like a
Yes,
it's a
it's not a
job.
job. Yeah, exactly.
It's like a job. It's a job. It's supposed to pay you, not you are paying. So it's something like this. Like this is hilarious.
Anyway, moving on from Barcelona, Koeman is still there, but we have seen how good Gavi is against. I mean,
Also, have you
in the
have you
Spanish
watched
national
the?
team.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to mention it. Like, his work rate was like, I saw his heat map actually. Like, his work rate was like phenomenal. Like,
Yeah,
but still, like, he's 17 or 18
yeah, he's
years old. I don't
17
know.
years old. Yeah, it's
And
unbelievable.
it's unbelievable. Barcelona has this, like, I always like wondered, like, when this Spanish team actually played final in the last weekend
Yeah,
of the Nations League,
UEFA
or
Nations League.
yeah, UEFA Nations League. So, like, they played in the semifinals in Euros, and they played in the Nations League final,
Yeah,
like, with these players, like,
exactly.
Pedri, Gavi, and they have Fatih still.
Sergio
And
Barto is
I
still
don't,
there.
yeah, and I don't understand like why they become completely different player for
So,
the Spanish team.
34-year-old Sergio Busquets is one of the best players in Spanish team.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't understand the whole thing. Like, what happened? Like, is it the jersey? Like my uncle has this crazy theories about this Argentinian jersey. When they play in their away jerseys, they are going to lose the knockout round match. Is it something like this? I don't know. I don't understand this
No,
thing.
no, no. It's I feel it's about the game plan, about the tactics, and
Yeah,
about
Luis Enrique is like way better tactician than Ronald Koeman. Like,
yeah, and and to give confidence as well. Now, if you come over from a game and losing 3-0, 2-0, and come to the press conference and say, "Hey, that's the best we can do. We don't have talent." That's not true. You're berating your players. You're destroying their
exactly,
confidence.
his comment about when he lost the game against Atletico Madrid, he commented something about Gabi, and like two weeks, like week later, he was playing in the final for his
And
national team.
he was the best, one of the best players, the best player in the semi-final. He was one of the best player in the final too, which they
Yeah,
lost.
exactly.
But he was, splendid. I mean, I couldn't believe he's 17. He was going toe to toe, and he was actually mastering Verratti, Jorginho, and the Barella. Uh, there's no excuse for Koeman, and also go on onto the uh, TV interviews or to the press saying that these are not good enough players. Hey, Luis Enrique has the same set of players and he's doing fairly well.
Yeah, basically the Spanish midfield is like Barcelona. Yeah, it's more like Barcelona midfield, except for Koke or someone else. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
except for
yeah.
Koke, it's basically the same Barcelona midfield. But still, like Frankie De Jong is playing well for his country. Also, Memphis Depay.
Same thing.
I don't understand.
It was Eric Garcia was playing in the backline too in Spain, and he looked a way better player in Spanish team than the Barcelona team. Again, it's a mystery.
And also, like this thing, I don't understand. Like with Puig, with some other players like Pjanic who left already. Like he actually berated these players and like destroyed their confidence to play. Like how can you count on someone like Coutinho if you don't trust them
Yeah,
or something like this?
yeah. It's almost like putting
Like
them to fail.
once you were out of the 11, then you were not good enough for the 11 anymore. Like it's not like he's like eliminating the, how can I say, the sense of competition in the team. So
Yeah,
like
and
it,
putting them
it,
that they're not good enough material to compete for the top place. Now, at this rate,
yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
when. I mean, Barcelona, if they're out of that top four position at the end of the season, they will not get into the Champions League, and the way the Champions League campaign is going, they might be out of the group stage too.
Yeah,
What would it take to sack Koeman?
I don't know. A genie with a magic lamp or something like this. I don't
Oh,
understand.
Lionel Messi without getting paid?
I don't know. Like if the best player, they hope that like the best player uh
That ever played the
ever.
football?
Yeah, yeah.
Would not
They
get
should actually
paid.
like, yeah, he can actually ask Ronald Koeman, hey, you are not performing well. You are not Lionel Messi. So I don't know.
So yeah, that cracks me up. Um, yeah, Barcelona. What a mess. So yeah, moving on. Atletico looks to be the most secure position. I mean, uh, Real Madrid had horrendous.
Also, so far, Sociedad is playing well.
Yeah,
They are
yeah,
still
yeah,
in the top, and yeah, they were actually probably in the last season also
yeah, exactly. And
at this
but
time.
yeah, eventually, they're pushing for more towards the fourth or fifth position. To be
Yeah,
honest.
but I really hope that like they could make it to at least Europa League at the end
Can
because the
well,
team.
if Barcelona doesn't, then they would probably.
Well, it's a possibility. Barcelona still is in number 9 probably.
Yeah, the other team that is not doing really well is Celta Vigo. They did really well
Yeah.
last year. Is this time around they have to get their acts together if they want to survive. Other than that, Espanyol did beat Real Madrid after quite a long time, and good for them. I mean, at least one Catalan team is beating Madrid. It was a good game. Uh, what else? Sevilla is on fourth with 7 games. Well, they're probably playing tomorrow, but there are a lot of Argentine players, so they might be missing because of the international break. There was a game today in Serie A, and it was very interesting. Inter Milan. Actually, two of the games were very interesting. Hellas Verona versus AC Milan and Inter Milan versus Lazio. Lazio was Simone Inzaghi's previous team as well as Joaquin Correa's. And they were trailing 1-0, and thanks to the penalty from Perisic, and then Lazio came back and actually eventually beating them 3-1. It was quite a scene in terms of, in terms of celebration. There's a picture. If you haven't see that, please go to the internet. I think it was the left back from Lazio who's on the top of Joaquin Correa's shoulder, celebrating with his ex teammate. That Joaquin Correa didn't take it very well. But yeah, good for Lazio. They have won the game. For Milan beating 3-2 to Hellas Verona. Hellas Verona can be a very, very tough team to get results. So getting trailed by 2-0, coming back 3-2, an own goal, proving costly. So it looks good so far for Milan, and it would be interesting to see if they can keep it. Napoli still is one of the has a 100% record so far, and looks very good. Let's see how long they can keep it.
But for Milan's, like it's always like they start well most of the time, but after December or something like this, they lost their way always.
Yeah,
But
let's see.
so for last 10 years until last season with Inter Milan, last 10 years they are doing the same things over and over and over again. Sometimes they started well, like, or sometimes in the middle, like last year AC Milan, they did so well. I was like kind of hoping, like
Yeah.
um, yeah, they could made it. Well, in the end, one of the Milan own,
Yeah,
but
yeah, but what I
but
think is exceptional from AC Milan's point of view, I think how they've managed the contracts of the players and how they have recruited players. It's something of to take credit. I mean, a lot of credit goes to Maldini and the other people that are
yeah.
working.
The board members are pretty like they yeah, most of them are players, like ex Milan players. And what I liked about this thing is that like uh yeah, they let Donnarumma go
Yeah, because
past season.
it was too
Yeah,
much.
because yeah, he was asking for too much money,
Yeah, it
and
was
it wasn't
Mino
actually.
Raiola too, and just to add on to that, there was a game of Italy versus Spain on San Siro, and Donnarumma was getting booed from Milan fans.
Well, it's not a surprise from Italians. They supported Diego Maradona in 90s.
Well, that was Napoli, but yeah, Milan. I mean, I don't know.
Well, they are like highly polarized if you go, go there.
But yeah, must not be a lot of Inter fans out there. Must they should have cheered them up. Uh, but, but yeah, going back to AC Milan, I think they're looking very good. It is also they have two veterans up front. I mean, one is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He can be injured due to his age, but he always shows leadership, and as well as Olivier Giroud. Uh, he is he's veteran definitely. He has a lot of experience, and he's proving to be quite a signing. His contribution has been great.
I actually missed the last two rounds of
Yes.
Serie A matches.
Yeah, Serie A games
So
can be. I try to follow because Serie A games are more kind of. I feel it's more tactical. Than
yeah, it is tactical, but
yeah, and a lot of fun teams such as Hellas Verona who can give you a very tough time against and teams like Sassuolo although the Sassuolo's the manager has left the teams like Fiorentina they're always tougher sometimes. Someday they're easier to beat, someday they're not that easier to beat. So, and also they have quite a bit of flexibility. Quite a bit of flexible people working in the game, such as Jose Mourinho and Mauricio Sarri. And
you are saying Jose Mourinho flexible.
no, he's very attacking, and that's why I'm saying he's kind of flexible. His Roma has been. I mean, yeah, they have lost the games too, but it was nothing but entertaining, which has hardly been the case with Mourinho.
Yeah, this is the thing I noticed now. Like he's playing in Italian league and with an Italian team, and now he's attacking. I don't understand.
I don't think it's his idea to attack, but I think the strength of that team is more towards moving forward. But I think he's going well. Sarri seems to find his mojo in the last couple of games. I think it always takes time to get Sarri's movement going. I think Napoli with Spalletti doing really well. I think I'm kind of surprised that they're doing so well. They have fantastic midfield and fantastic attack, as well as some of the overlapping runs from them. Especially left back Mario Ruiz been great. Inter Milan is fun when they're winning, and AC Milan under Pioli looks very bright too. So it's a good season, and obviously you have Juventus always on the mix. So it's a very good, interesting league to follow because of the team's competitiveness. So I always like to give them a watch. In terms of Bayern Munich.